Hello, welcome to Make It Techie. Learn as engineer, teach as champion. First of all, I would like to thank my family and my mentor, Professor R. Surendran from Government College of Technology, Coimbatore, and thank to Almighty, my dear friends, followers, my dear students and subscribers. Today's topic of interest is we are going to continue the objective questions of engineering mechanics as part 2. Okay, the first question, which is very interesting question, according to principle of moments. What is the principle of moments says? The principle of moments says about a coplanar force system. So a system of coplanar forces is in equilibrium, then the algebraic sum of their moments about any point in their plane is 0. So that is the principle of moments. So option B is the correct answer. And the next question is a very superb question. The algebraic sum of resolved parts of a number of forces is given direction is equal to resolved parts of their resultant in the same direction is known as what it says. The force direction as well as the resultant direction is same. It is the principle of resolution of forces. So principle of resolution of forces states that the force acting on a body which is equal in direction with the resultant force by the number of forces acting on the body. So this statement directly towards the principle of resolution of forces. And next, a superb question. A force which meet at one point but their line of action does not lies in the plane. What I said, if a forces meet at one point, so you have to remember these things. Meet at one point does not lie in a plane. If it is does not lie in a plane, it is a non-coplanar system. Non-coplanar system. If it is in the same point, if it meet at same point, it is a concurrent force system. Therefore, the answer is non-coplanar and concurrent force system. Okay, and the next very interesting and superb question. The resultant of two forces P and Q acting at an angle theta, the resultant, so this may be a resultant, this is a P, this is a Q. Let we consider the resultant is, we know the theorem, the square root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, which is the correct answer. So this is the resultant of the two force system at an angle theta. Next, superb question. The law of motion involved in recoil of gun. The recoil of gun, when let us consider, so this is a gun. If the bullet is passing through this side, the recoiling of the gun towards in this direction. So the Newton's third law states that every action having equal and opposite reaction. So if the bullet should move to my right, the gun will move to my left. So this is the principle. So the Newton's third law of motion is the correct answer for recoil of gun. Even your rocket propulsion is also involves in Newton's third law. So every action have a equal and opposite reaction. Next, so super question. The force whose line of action is parallel to each other. The line of action is parallel to each other. You have to notice this. The line of action is parallel to each other and acts in the same direction. Acts in the same direction. When it is called, say, so this is the same direction and parallel force. Line of action is parallel. Therefore, it is a like parallel forces. So it is a like parallel force system. Okay, very superb question. According to the law of triangle of forces, triangle means we notice that it have a three side. Therefore, the force system should be three force system. When if the three force acting upon a particle are represented in the magnitude and direction by sides of a triangle, then taken in order it will be in equilibrium. You have to make this point as very clear. In mechanics, all the laws states about the equilibrium condition. So, if it is a triangular law, if it is a triangle law, we know that the triangle having three sides, therefore, three force system should be there, and the magnitude and direction should represent in the as like a triangle, sides of a triangle, and this system should be in equilibrium. You have to consider these points if triangular law of forces. First point, the it is having three force system, and the magnitude and direction is in the sides of the triangle, and third is the equilibrium condition. So if you notice these 3 points, and you can easily answer this question as answer C. So next question, superb question. Two collinear parallel equal forces. Okay, so two non-collinear. Okay, you have to consider this. In many times the non and not will disappear. As we read a question, you have to be careful that if there is any non or a not, it should disables our sides. Okay, as I read earlier, two collinear parallel forces like that. So it is a not non question. Okay, so two non-collinear parallel equal forces. So what it mean by non-collinear? The line of action is different. So it may be parallel, therefore the line of action is not same. So the line is not same. So collinear means the force should be in line. So the collinear and parallel forces is not possible. Therefore, non-collinear parallel force is possible. So two forces acting opposite direction. So this should be in this direction. This should be in this direction. What will happen if it is acting in a body? If it is acting in a body, so it constitutes a couple. So it constitutes a couple. So that is the answer. And very superb question, very interesting question. Many people may get wrong. If you remember this thing, 1 joule is equal to 1 newton meter. So 1 joule is equal to 1 newton meter. What is mean by 1 joule? The work done. The newton meter is the work done. So work done by a force. Newton is the unit of force. Work done by a force of 1 newton when it displays a body through 1 meter. So this is the answer. So if you know the units better, you can easily answer these type of a very simple questions, as option A is the right one. The next question, which of the following are the vector quantities? So angular displacement, angular velocity, angular acceleration, all are the vector quantities. Vector quantities represents both the magnitude as well as the direction. So angular displacement, it always gives the magnitude as well as the direction. So all of this should be a right answer. Okay, very superb question. Even we used to drive a car or a bike, we put a key to clog the starting system. So when we rotate the key, what will happens when we trying to turn the key into a lock? The following is applied. Which one is applied? it is a simple, it is a couple is being applied. Couple is being applied whenever you turn a key in the lock, the couple is being applied. So this you have to remember that. Next, if the number of forces acting simultaneously on a particle, it is possible to, uh, if the number of forces acting simultaneously in the on a particle, it is possible to be replaced by a single force system. So this is the principle of resolution of forces. Next question is a very superb question. The force by which the body is attracted towards the center of the earth is called, it is called very simple, it is called weight. Next, which of the following is a scalar quantity? Scalar quantity, it should represent only the magnitude, it should not represent any direction. So in this option, I think the speed is the scalar quantity, the force, velocity and acceleration can represent direction and magnitude. So speed is the only one. It will represent either in a clockwise or anti-clockwise. It represents the speed of a rotary system. So the speed is a scalar quantity. And the unit of angular velocity is, yes, we know that it is a radian per second or revolution per minute. So both are correct. So option D is the correct answer. So meter per minute is the velocity, unit of velocity. Meter per minute is the unit of velocity. If I said angular velocity, it should be in radian per second or RPM. Okay, very superb question. Rate of doing work is known as. What is the rate of doing work? It is a power. The rate of doing work. We know that the unit of power is watt. That is joule per second. Joule per second. Joule is the work done. So rate of doing work. So per second, how much work, how much quantity of work is to be done. So that is called as a power. Next, a very superb question. The impact between two lead spheres is approximately equal to an dash impact. We know that lead spheres, so we have a two lead spheres, both are impacted against each other, and it is equal to an inelastic impact. So it is a plastic impact. The coefficient of resistance of these two solid spheres is being 0. Okay, the next question is the unit of angular acceleration. So unit of angular acceleration is radian per second square. So in this question, I would like to give the details about the units. So Newton meter, which is joule, it is the unit of work done. So meter per second is the unit of velocity. Meter per second square is the unit of acceleration or gravity we can say, and radian per second square is the angular acceleration alpha. Okay, very superb question. Which of the following do not have an identical dimension? So do not have an identical dimension, which is very important. It is a not question. So you have to find which one are the not having identical dimensions. Yes, it is option D. The moment of force and the angular momentum will not have an identical dimensions. We know that torque is a Newton meter, energy is a Newton meter, work done is a Newton meter. So moment and impulse both are Newton per second. We can say so moment of force is Newton per meter and angular momentum which is different. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, very superb question. In order to determine the effect of force acting on a body, we must know all the above. We have to know the magnitude, the line of action of force, as well as the nature of force, whether it is a pull or a push. We have to know all the above three things. Then only the effect of force acting on a body can be determined. You must know about this. Okay, very superb question. The bodies which rebound after impact, it is called. If a bodies rebound after impact, let me give you an example. We have a floor. We put a ball, a rubber ball at a height of h. What will happen if it is a free fall? It falls to the solid earth and it will get rebounded. What it may be, it is an elastic body. Elastic bodies can be rebound after an impact. When we throw a ball to a wall, it automatically rebound to us. It automatically come to us because it is an elastic bodies. So next question, which is very important. Which of the following is not the unit of distance? So distance, not a unit of distance. It is a milestone. Milestone is not a unit of distance. Next, very important theorem, Varignon's theorem. So Varignon theorem of momentum states that if number of coplanar forces acting on a particle are in equilibrium, then the algebraic algebraic sum of their momentums about any point equal to the moment of their resultant force about the same point. So it is the statement of the Varignon theorem. The unit of work or energy is joule. Unit of work or energy in SI unit is joule. A single force and a couple acting in the same plane upon a rigid body, what will happen? A single force and a couple acting in the same plane about the rigid body, what will we do? Cannot be each other, cannot balance each other. Single force is different, couple is different, so we cannot balance each other. Next, very superb question. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the impressed force and takes place the same direction in which the force acts. This statement is known as. So the rate of change of momentum, I say the rate of change of momentum is, this is the rate of change of momentum, which is equal to the impressed force. So what is this? We know that. So we can say F is equal to m into dv by dt. We know that dv by dt is equal to m into a. Therefore the force is equal to mass into acceleration. Therefore it should be a second law of motion, Newton's second law of motion. We can easily understand once we know the or we read the question better. Okay, next question, which is very important. In order to completely specify angular displacement by a vector, it must, so vector, it should be in, it should consider both magnitude and direction. And if it is an angular displacement, the sense of angular displacement is being needed. Therefore all the three things must be needed, must be fixed in order to completely specify the angular displacement. So we know that vector which will have both magnitude and a direction, and if it is an angular displacement, the sin should be there. Okay. Oh wow, very superb question. The motion of a wheel of a car. So wheel of a car, the motion of a wheel of a car. So take this is a road. So this is a wheel of a car. So if it is having both rotation as well as translation, the combined translation and rotation should be there for any motion of a wheel. Very superb question. A smooth cylinder lying on a convex surface. It remains in. Let you explain. So this is the convex surface. A smooth cylinder is being placed at the top. What will happen? It should be in unstable direction. If it is a convex, so convex it should be in stable. So this is in unstable position. So this you have to know. A very simple question. And next, if the number of forces acting at a point, their resultant is given as number of forces is acting at a point, then the resultant is given as the square root of sum of the vertical force square plus sum of the horizontal force square. So if you, that is all about the part 2. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section, and I will put another video for describing your doubts. So if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe my channel in order to get more subscribers and more views. So until then, bye bye from Santhosh. We will meet at the next video, part 3. Part 3 we are going to discuss. So thank you for patient watching.